Look, I think that they're going to love it, and then they're going to be really sad that it's over.
100%.
And then they're going to bicker amongst themselves about how it could possibly have been worse, or could possibly have been better. I know exactly what you guys are going to do and what you're going to say.
Thank you so much for having a chat about all things White Lotus. It's a show that we cannot stop talking about in the office, of course.
Oh yeah, good.
It's definitely got all of that buzz. And it is one of those shows that people are talking about constantly online. There are so many theories, so much discourse about it. Have you been keeping track of what people are saying?
Well, kind of. And I can't tell if it's just my algorithm as well, because I feel like Instagram has clocked on to the fact that I'm somewhat integrated. But yeah, it's been lovely watching it, but with a knowing eye. Oh yes, bliss. Yeah, interesting theory, yes.
Yes, it is the lizard, yes.
Oh my God.
What's your favourite fan theory that you've seen about the show?
I don't know. I love the ones about Pam.
Of course you do. You're only human.
Yeah.
I think my favourite one that I've seen was, so someone's like, oh, I don't know if there's any truth to it, but I think that Portia from last season is Laurie's daughter.
Oh,
and I was like, I would never have thought of that myself,
amazing.
but I love that.
That's it. That's what happens.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm so glad we can confirm that. And we are so close to the finale episode.
Yes.
When you kind of read the script or found out what was going to happen, were you surprised? What are your thoughts surrounding the finale?
I mean, there's the whole way through, I'm surprised. As you know now, because you've watched probably 7 episodes, that all this crazy shit happens that I was squealing my way through, going, oh my goodness! You'll never believe what happens. So, yeah, the last episode doesn't disappoint. It will be in that same vibe.
Absolutely. And how do you think fans are going to respond to it?
Look, I think that they're going to love it, and then they're going to be really sad that it's over.
100%.
And then they're going to bicker amongst themselves about how it could possibly have been worse, or could possibly have been better. I know exactly what you guys are going to do and what you're going to say. So predictable.
Yeah, no, totally. I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. We are so predictable.
Yeah, look, it's fine. I'd do the same.
Yeah. And I mean, you were surrounded by the most amazing cast for this show. And I understand that you spent a lot of time in Thailand filming. What did you get up to when you weren't filming? You just hanging around beautiful places?
Just got massages.
Oh no.
I got really good at getting a massage. But look, in Koh Samui, me and my family went to the elephant sanctuary there, and let me tell you that if you really want to go somewhere that is ethical to elephants, you shouldn't be washing them, you shouldn't be touching the babies. So we found, I think it's the Koh Samui Elephant Sanctuary, very, very ethical. That was awesome. Yeah. My cousin came up for a bit. That was really cool. I feel like one of my proudest moments as a cousin, as an actor, when we had arrived at the Rosewood Hotel, and I think we may have been in my private pool.
Oh.
And she looked over at me and she said, "You've really worked hard at this acting thing, and you haven't given up. And well done."
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah, you deserve that. That was a moment of just like, I've got this.
Recognition.
I've done this.
Like, yeah.
No, that's brilliant, and I love that for you. And I imagine that you spent a lot of downtime with your other castmates who are all amazing. Was there anything that's like you were surprised to learn about, say, Parker Posey or Jason Isaacs?
It shouldn't be a surprise, but it is kind of a surprise that they're all glorious, lovely people who wanted to hang out with me regardless of the fact that I'm not some megastar, you know?
Yeah.
Parker was incredibly welcoming and inviting to me, like from our first day. Just took me under her wing and took me for lots of massages, which was so nice.
Yes.
So that was great.
No, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Pam now. So Pam is such an interesting character, but what is something that, you know, from the way that you conceptualize the character, what is something that the audience might love to know?
Well, I thought a lot about how the staff of the White Lotus always are struggling with whatever's writhing around underneath. And that over the top, like any good hospitality worker is putting on a very civil mask of tranquility. And I love that behind her eyes she is on Struggle Street. Well, that's what I pitched for her. And so I have this wonderful idea that Pam Pam desperately tries to be all that she preaches, but falls off the wagon every now and then and just disappears off to Bangkok for 3 days. You can't get a hold of Pam because Pam's pamming.
Pam is
pamming, and then she's like, oh God, I've got to get back on my shit. I've got to get back into my meditation. And I need some sessions. I need a session with Amrita. I need some chakra. All the chakras need work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relatable Queen Pam.
Yeah. I think she knows how to party, but she's ashamed of it.
That's how I feel after a big night out. I'm like, time to meditate.
100%.
Time to talk to my
She's
mother.
Like, New leaf.
Yeah.
New leaf. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, love that a lot. Amazing.
Yeah.
And okay, so stepping away from White Lotus for a sec, I saw that you have a crazy Duolingo streak. Can we talk about that for a second? Because, like, firstly, what language are you doing? How many days? Tell the people how many days it's been.
So I think today will be 902. Aprendo español, pero necesito hablar con algunas personas porque es muy difícil en mi celular.
Sí, muy difícil. So, okay, so I did one time, I have done 500 days of Spanish, but I'm not as good as you. And I'm currently on 200 days of Italian. Oh. And I'm getting them mixed up now.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. But I'm so impressed. You just did that from Duolingo.
Well, I learned it in I should be way better. I learned it in high school, and then I travelled in Spain and South America predominantly on my own, so you have to learn really fast when you're traveling alone.
Very true.
Puedo tener un café con leche, and they go blah, 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 and you go lo siento mucho, no entiendo.
Sí.
But and then so the Duolingo's been good, but I need to talk to people now.
Totally.
Like I need to live in Spain.
Yeah. Oh no, get a project in Spain.
I know. I need to live there. Yeah, it's the only way.
It is the only way. You know the Duolingo owl, right?
Yes.
Have you seen what he's up to on the internet?
What's he up to?
Well, he died a couple of weeks ago. He got a BBL a few months ago. Have you seen this, or am I just talking?
I did see that he died.
He's back, by the way.
He's back.
Yeah, he resurrected.
He died?
Yeah.
And then what did you say he had? BBL?
BBL, a Brazilian butt lift. Very controversial cosmetic procedure.
Did he? Good. For an owl?
For an owl.
Watch out.
Hoot. It was a hoot.
Yes, and they can turn their head all the way around so you can see it.
Yeah, well, if I got a BBL, I'd want to be doing that too.
Yeah, 100%. I want my ass to be big enough that I see it in my peripheral vision when I'm crossing the road.
That's what I think about at the gym. And finally, my last question is about the White Lotus and not about the Duolingo Owls BBL.
No.
I know. So, next season, what do you hope? What do you wish? What are your thoughts?
Assuming I survive this one, I would love to work wherever they go.
Yeah.
Look, I think the White Lotus as an anthology series is amazing at how it talks about the frivolity of humans. I always feel when I watch it that it's like we are watching from the POV of the gods looking down at the frivolity of humanity and all of our silly little foibles, thinking, oh, you think that you've got all the money, so you think you're going to be all happy and stuff, but you're not going to be happy. Oh, crazy. And so I look forward to what that clever mind of Mike White's will want to thread into that conversation next time. I think, in episode 6, when that beautiful Buddhist monk speaks about the way we return back to a collective consciousness, really hammered home what the central heart of this season is speaking to, and I can't wait to see what angle we have next time.
God, me too.